So today I'm going to be showing you how to make the dress of Bellatrix Lestrange. Obviously this is just for the dress, and then next week I'll be showing you how to make the corset, but for now it's just the dress. So I started by getting a plain black dress from a secondhand shop, which I believe was actually a maternity dress, so if I ever have kids I'll know what to wear on Halloween. And this one had these little roses on it, but they'll be covered up next week with the corset. So the first thing you want to do is cut the sleeves off the dress right at the seam lines, and just slide those out of the way. In the movie, her dress was kind of scrunched on the center, but mine was already fairly low, so I wanted to not make this a rated R video, so I just left mine the way it was. And then on the bottom, it was very shredded, but my dress is made of stretch velvet, so it's difficult to shred. But if you have a dress made of something else, just cut a bunch of thin strips and then rub your hands across them. So going back to the sleeve, you want to put it on so it's just about where your fingers start, and then pinch it where the bottom of your wrist is. And then you just want to cut from that wrist mark at a diagonal so that you end up with a little triangle over where it'll sit on your hands. And then you want to cut off an inch or two off the bottom so that the sleeves don't quite close around the bottom of your arm. And so going over to the dress, you want to take some metallic silver puffy paint and make the little silver swirls all over it. They were kind of faded in places in the movie, so I didn't do all the way across. Here's a cat to help. And I did the sleeves as well. I did both the sleeves just on the top side, putting on that swirly design. Hello, Frodo. And 10 minutes later, the cat was still sitting there. So for this costume, I finally splurged and got myself a pair of eyelet pliers. So to celebrate, my life just got so much easier, because I used to just pound these all. So using the cutter tools, I went through and I cut a bunch of holes all the way down each side of the sleeve. And then I put on the actual implements for going around the eyelets. And you just want to take a silver eyelet, slide it through the holes you just made, and then just take the eyelet pliers and squeeze them in place. And this is so much easier than pounding them with a hammer like I used to do with all these one by one. So you just squeeze the eyelets so they're flat, and do that to both sides of the sleeve all the way down. Then I got 7 yards of black cording, and of course a cat to play with, because what costume is complete without a cat to play with it? So then I just lace the cord up through the sleeves with a little help from the cat playing with the end of the string. I went all the way up, and then that should just slide back on your arm, and it should not quite touch, so you can see your bare arm through the lacing. You just leave the ends hanging loose on either end. So then I put some eyelets all the way around each of the shoulders, and then you just slide the sleeve next to it and take some more of the cording with some more help from a cat and lace that in all the eyelets, leaving space. You don't want the sleeve to actually touch the dress, and then just tie off the ends of the string. So your sleeves should not actually be touching the dress.
You stupid elf! You almost killed me!
Yeah, that was the plan.